Hello, Mr. President. How's the golf swing? Sir, you know I'm retired. Well, who the hell plans a field trip to a place like that? Alright. I'm in. And sir, I'm gonna need the biggest fucking gun you've got.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new show. I am your host, Charlie, and with me, as always, is that son of a bitch, Dustin.
Charlie! Podcasting got you pushing too many pencils.
I'm sure a lot of you right now are wondering what the hell you're listening to. This isn't on our normal drop day for Give Me Back My Action Movies. Doesn't sound like Give Me Back My Action Movies. That's because this is a brand new series that I have decided to start with my good buddy Dustin. Mainly because there's way too many movies that I want to talk about and our schedule's already full on the main show. So I have decided that I want to dive into what we will be referring to as B action movies. And so the show is called B Action. This is going to tie into movies that went directly to VHS. Maybe they had a short run in the theaters and didn't, do blockbuster numbers. Or it could just be a movie that everyone forgot about and it did make it to the theaters. We're kind of going to be loosey-goosey with that, but mostly it's going to be fun. It's going to be bad, but it's going to be good. What do you think, Dustin?
I could also see this being the type of movie that, if we talk about it, say it didn't do too great then, that the VHS boom hit and it just took off, or it is now a beloved cult classic, stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. Again, this is just an excuse because my list of movies I want to talk about is so long, and Nate and Pete made me mad because they didn't like Steel Dawn, so I bring in those movies over here, and I'm going to drag Dustin along with me, who has admittedly told me he's not a huge action guy.
Not just you. I've made it abundantly clear on my show that I'm not a huge action person. So this show is going to be mainly Charlie leading Dustin through the treasure trove that is B action.
That's right. We're walking into the rental place, and I won't let him leave the action aisle. It's like, no, we can only pick movies from right here. Not new releases, nowhere else, the action aisle. So that's pretty much what the show is. Yep. And speaking of that other show, you all have heard Dustin before on our others as a guest. He runs Flicks and Friends podcast. We will definitely give him a chance to let you guys know where that is at the end of the show, and make sure we bump the listenership up over there, as well as hopefully just add a little something to the main show here. So we're going to have some fun, talk some B action. I don't want to say bad action. That's not what B stands for. I hate that that's been synonymous with B movies. It's a bad movie. It's a B movie. No. It just didn't get an A-list budget. It just didn't get A-list actors.
Yeah. Well, they weren't A-list actors then.
True.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. I gave you that.
Like my forte, we've just talked about it. I do a lot of horror movies, huge into horror. And when it comes to the B horror movies, that's my jam. And I can go on for days about that. So I know exactly where you're coming from. When people are like, "Oh, that's a shitty action movie," you're like, no, there's a charm to it. But it's just because it doesn't have, Steven Seagal in it,
which should be B.
You take that back.
His later stuff.
Yeah. But I get it 100% because I'll defend, Return of the Living Dead till I'm, blue in the face. And, Psycho Gorman till I'm blue in the face, just stuff like that. I'll absolutely champion. So I'm hoping this show broadens my horizon.
I hope so. And I hope it shines light on movies that I feel like are maybe lost or forgotten, or, it's a lot of these are just going to be, they're fun. Mm-hmm. They're not supposed to win an Oscar. They're not supposed to break the bonds of storytelling. They're fun. There's explosions, there's bullets, there's boobs, there's blood, all this stuff are going to be in these movies that we're going to talk about. And yes, I know what everyone's saying. Charlie went and got another horror guy. And I still stand behind, there is not much of a line between action and horror. There's really not. You change a little bit of music, a little bit of theming, they're pretty much the same scripts. Just
ambiance. That's about it.
Yeah, just a little bit of that. So that's our intro to this. We what do you say we get into our very first pick for action?
I am so down to get into this.
Let's do it. We are covering 1992's Fortress.
In the year 2017, one corporation is building a fortress for the ultimate takeover.
You are the property of the Mentel Corporation.
You will be programmed.
What are you?
The Mentel Corporation has transformed me into a more efficient human being.
They will monitor your behavior.
The law is clear. One child for woman.
They will control your thoughts.
It's been in there for 3 days. And no one has ever lasted 4.
They will invade your dreams.
This is an unauthorized thought process.
Now, one man will challenge the system.
You are nothing. Let's find out.
We're going through the construction area here.
Christopher Lambert. Fortress.
Christopher Lambert.
Lambert.
Not Raiden yet.
Not Raiden yet, but is the Highlander.
Is the Highlander. A Highlander renegade is what you mean.
Also that too. Well, hold on. No, he's just the Highlander, the Quickening. He's not yet renegade because that is 1994.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's got a little bit of time. He might have actually filmed that bonus part while he was doing Fortress.
I can't believe y'all sat through those fucking movies, man.
Yeah. If kind of another reason I want to do this show is because that definitely should have been a B movie covered over here, but I got to make those guys sit through it, and that was a lot of fun. Well, what is also a lot of fun is this movie. Normally we kind of talk about our histories, and I will, and I'm sure it's going to be painfully obvious that this is probably the first time, Dustin, you've seen this, correct?
Correct.
Yep. So I will then just give my history on why I picked this.
Sure.
If you follow us on our socials, you'll notice if you go back a little bit, Charlie has shared this movie quite a few times. Like I'm just sitting in the shop watching Fortress or, just enjoying it in the background because I absolutely adore this movie. I rented this fairly early on once I was allowed to start watching these kind of movies and kind of got free reign to pick what I wanted. This one, I mean, the cover isn't great on this one. It's kind of, once again, a floating head with some kind of sci-fi light going on behind it. Totally not indicative of what the movie's about.
Very but Total Recall, yeah.
It very much is, but I knew it was Christopher Lambert, who was the Highlander. So, obviously, I was going to rent it. And, you know what? I had a lot of fun with this one as a kid. My dad enjoys it. And I was watching this, about 2-3 months ago, just had it on in the background of the shop. Mom and dad came over. I think it was for dad's birthday. And he come in the shop talking and he looks at the television. And he's like, "Oh, what's this?" And I'm like, "It's Fortress from, the 90s. Christopher Lambert, Vernon Wells." He goes, "I think I remember this." My dad stood there and watched that movie for like 30-40 minutes. Because I was like,
yeah, man,
dinner's almost ready. He's like, "I kind of want to just finish watching the movie right now."
Hell yeah.
I was like, see, that's how I felt when I was a kid and I got to watch this. But yeah, I got good memories with this movie. It's always been one that whenever it pops up, I'm like, oh yeah, I like that movie a lot. I'm gonna sit down and watch it. So that I felt like I've shared it enough, and I think this toes that line of what I think a B action movie is. It did go to theaters and it bombed. It did well overseas because guess what? Christopher Lambert is a rock star overseas.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a titan back in the 90s. But it is, most people don't know it. Most people have never heard of it. And then the ones that have seen it, they're like, oh, I haven't watched that since like 95, 96, something, we're talking almost 30 years ago. So this fit the criteria. It's amazing action for me. I have a blast with it. It has a stacked cast, dude. This cast is amazing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got Tom Towles in it. You got Kurtwood Smith. Like, Tom Towles is, again, is synonymous in horror. Like, a lot of people know him from his later stuff. But Kurtwood Smith, dude, he's a fucking RoboCop, Now, I'm not able to know. Like, I do like RoboCop a lot, so I'm not just the horror guy. I do like some of the stuff. But, dude, Kurtwood Smith in this was fantastic.
He has something about him in this. He nailed this role.
The dead stare. Dead stare that he has. It's really good. I'm sure we're going to get into it, but
we'll get into that. It also has another horror icon, Jeffrey Combs.
Jeffrey Combs.
For Reanimator, The Frighteners, because this is directed
by Stuart Gordon,
who is well known for the horror, well known for a lot of low budget, Empire, which was turned into Full Moon. But there's some history with this that most people don't know. This was an Arnold Schwarzenegger vehicle. Did you know that, Dustin?
Yeah. I did when I looked it up.
Well, I figured we do a little research before we do these shows.
Yeah, and it was because he was a huge fan of Reanimator, which is wild to hear. Like there's these people who champion movies, like for instance, like Stephen King championed Evil Dead. Yep. And to the point where they're like, all right, well, I guess we'll make Evil Dead too, and then for this, like how it's weird to hear Arnold Schwarzenegger, again, he's just a person. I understand that, liking other types of cinema. But you have this larger than life action hero who will sit there and watch fucking Reanimator, which is tight.
He had a viewing at his house. Ain't that some shit? Like he actually invited people over. And if you're wondering why, it's because the guy they reanimate the first time in Reanimator, the giant bodybuilder looking dude, is Arnold Schwarzenegger's body double. And that's how he found out about the movie. And Arnold watched it and went, this is amazing. This is the greatest horror movie I've ever seen.
Listen to me. This is the greatest thing I've seen since Predator.
Yeah, definitely watch Predator. But then
watch Predator first.
You follow it up with Reanimator.
There's green goo. There's green goo in Predator. That's way better than Reanimator. Reanimator Predator. That sounds good.
Repredator. I don't know. That doesn't roll off the tongue.
Reanimated Predator.
There we go.
Where was Jeffrey Combs at in this?
Jeffrey Combs is D-Day. He's the dude with the glasses. He's like a main
that's
character.
Fucking right. Okay. I'm looking at this guy. I'm like, I do know him, but okay. All right.
That's what makes Jeffrey Combs great in a lot of his movies. He plays those roles dead on. Like From Beyond. Frighteners is probably one of my favorite roles he's ever done.
Yeah.
As the investor. I don't even know what you call him. Like he's like a paranormal agent. But he's got all the scarification and tattoos at the end on his chest. He just loses his shit in that movie.
I know this is a very new movie, but have you seen Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls?
You have shared that to me, and I have yet to watch it yet.
Dude, Jeffrey Combs plays this cult leader in that named Bartok, and he looks like this fucking guy on your poster right here with the red collar.
Oh, he looks like Ming.
That's what
from Flash Gordon.
But he has an eye patch. And he wears fucking windbreaker suits because he sells workout videos, but as his cult leader.
I love it. I watch it just for that.
Yeah,
so this movie was supposed to be a vehicle for Arnold Schwarzenegger. It had a 60 to $70 million budget. So Stuart Gordon signed on because Arnold's on it. It's got a great budget. They got pre-production started and Arnold stepped away. That no really answers why, he just did. So they had to recast it. Go ahead.
What did he do around this time?
You know, that's a good question. I didn't even bother to look that up. As I look that up, though, I will tell you that they did cut the budget to 15 million. So they literally
right.
went from like 60, 70 to 15 million. But let me tell you, that 15 million's on the screen.
It's stretched. Yeah, you can tell.
I mean, the sets on this place, the setting for the prison, there's actually out of the prison shots.
They shot on location.
This was shot in Australia, wasn't it?
Yeah. It looked great. I mean, and you were talking earlier about how this movie did really good over in Europe because of Christopher Lambert. Yeah. But it also did really good in Australia because it was filmed there. A lot of people really dug that. So it's very popular over there. But this was one of those movies, man, that was just, you said it bombed in theaters. But it's VHS. It lived a long life on VHS when it comes to sales. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just got done looking it up. And you know what? I don't blame Arnold for stepping away.
Twins.
Because, well, this was released in 92, which means they'd been filming 91-ish.
Kindergarten Cop.
In 1990, he went from Total Recall to Kindergarten Cop to 1991. He did a little indie flick called Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Oh.
So he was busy.
Sure.
And probably made a shitload more money.
He wasn't even in this dimension.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
But
he had the time travel, Charlie.
That's it. I'm glad it didn't get shelved, though, because that's usually what happens. Someone's tied to it, then they're like, it's never going to happen. So, they get Christopher Lambert in this, which I love.
He looks like a common man. That's what I really liked, is he didn't look like this over-the-top action star. And he looked like just a regular fucking guy. But
he's military. He's military, at least. So, it explains some training.
Yeah.
His wife is military, too, Lauren Lachlan. Mm-hmm. So to kind of set the stage, if you've never seen this movie, although I recommend it, and guess what? It's on Tubi. It's been on Tubi forever. I think it's a staple for them. This is kind of like it's not post-apocalyptic. This is just way into the future. They are
how far?
Only
2017.
Yeah.
Way back when.
From 92. That was a long time ago.
Pre-COVID.
Yeah. So basically population has overrun. They've now have to limit when how many kids you can have, and it's one. And if you're pregnant and you've already had one, or you don't have the right certificates, abortion is banned. So basically you go to prison and they take your baby. That's the short and skinny of this. Apparently, from watching the movie, they had a kid once. The kid had died. And so this was like their second chance, but they weren't. So even though the one died, they weren't allowed the second try.
Sure. Like their ticket had been punched already, unfortunately.
Pretty much. Yeah. It's like you get a one and done.
That's it.
And you're out of it. So they're trying to get out of the city. They're trying to escape. They get caught and they get put in a high-tech prison facility. Everything's controlled by computers. They put what's called intestinizers inside of the prisoners. So basically, if anything goes wrong, they can cause intense pain inside you and you can't get it off. I think it's a lot better than the bulky collars they would put on you, like in Running Man.
Sure.
Or the electric boots in Face Off, where they would magnetize the boots and that.
I don't want to say it's practical because they're shoving something down this person's mouth and expecting them not to digest it, or not even digest to pass it eventually, right? Like it should, the natural flow of your body.
Yeah. I don't know what keeps it inside you because it's a hell of a contraption to put this thing in them. Like You thought the Matrix was, oh God, that looks terrible when it plugs into the back of his head. Watch Fortress. It traps his neck in this like holder and shoves a tube up into his mouth and basically just shoots this intestinizer into him.
Yeah. Take one of these and call me in the morning.
Not quite Total Recall where you extract it out of your nostril, but it's close. They do kind of have a Total Recall moment later on in the movie.
Yeah.
But, so they get sent to this prison. He thinks his wife escaped, so he's happy. He's like, I don't give a shit.
I don't give a fuck, yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. It's the same cliche. This guy shows up. He's there with a scrappy, littler guy, and he kind of turns into like a protector for him for the first little bit in prison.
There's a reason why, because Tom Towles, shows up and he shows out by trying to manhandle this man.
Yeah.
And Christopher Lambert's like, he goes, and lightning like comes off his finger.
Oh, that was a different movie.
That's not yet. That's not yet.
Yeah. The static electricity's later.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you get all the cliche prison stuff, it's like, oh, fish, or you're awful purty, won't you bunk with me? Yeah. And then it's like, I got a buddy. You'll know him because he's got 187 tattooed on his forehead.
That motherfucker, dude. Like, you were talking about Neanderthal. That.
And that's my main dude, Vernon Wells.
Yeah.
That is Road Warrior Vernon Wells. That is Commando. I have met the man. He's a sweetheart. Yeah. Let me just put it out there.
Oh, Vernon Wells always is a
sweetheart. He will talk to you. He will just have a good time. But man, he plays a good bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
He plays a guy that you want to see him die, and you do.
Yeah.
Like, he has one of the spectacular, and I am saying that, one of the spectacular deaths in this movie, because they get into it on this like walkway. This is how like futuristic. It's like this high rise of a building that I don't even think it ever says how big the building is, but it's like multiple floors up, skyscraper level.
Yeah, but it also goes down too. Like it's
half and half almost, I think.
The best way you can describe it to anyone who hasn't seen it now is right now. Have you watched the Fallout show?
I haven't, but I'm aware. I know the premise.
The vaults in Fallout, like where they live, it's stacked. So there's the entry level, but then there's like 4 or 5 levels up, but then there's like 65 levels down. Gotcha. So that's what this is like. It's if you slip and fall, you're done for. I mean, it's as easy as you can fucking put it.
Oh, it has a Emperor Palpatine pit.
That's
basically.
Okay. There you go.
That's what I'm going to call it. And that's what they have a big like fight in the prison across this retractable walkway, which is, you got to have that in a sci-fi action movie. And they're beating the piss out of each other. Vernon Wells about falls down, but Christopher Lambert grabs him. His name's Brennick, pulls him up, saves his life. You're about to have that, like, okay, we're going to be cool later on in this movie. But then the guns come out for the crowd control and blow the biggest hole in 187's chest that we haven't seen since Predator. Speaking of talking about Predator earlier.
Yeah. But during this huge fight is when Christopher Lambert, his wife, realizes he's in the same facility because they're cheering his name. Yeah. And that's when she's like, oh, shit, he's here. Right. So.
Yeah, they have this realization that they're both aware of each other now. And then we have the director, the warden, whatever you want to kind of call him, which is played by Kurtwood Smith. And once you see the movie, again, if you don't want to be spoiled, go watch it. But he's a robot. And they reveal that later, but he plays it as a robot.
That's my biggest gripe, man, because I wish it was more of a reveal than... Oh, how do I want to phrase this? We learn about it way too early.
I agree.
I feel it would be a bigger surprise and a reveal if it was at the end of the movie. But we learned about it about halfway through. Like, we're like, oh, okay, he's a fucking robot. That's why he's literally emotionless when it comes to, during this fight. He's like, all right, Christopher Lambert, push this man off this bridge. We have no more use for him. Just
Right.
very heartless, like not humanistic characteristics,
He's
but
cold. He's very
very,
cold.
would you say he's as cold as steel?
Ooh, cold as steel. There's a lot of steel we're going to be talking about soon. But he does this very well, but also he's more complex than even what we're saying.
Yeah.
He's trying to understand. He is infatuated with prisoners' dreams, especially dreams of a sexual nature, and they're not supposed to be allowed. Like the one big thing we haven't told you about is there is a computer that's kind of like Mother, from Aliens. It's just it controls everything around it. He talks to it. It kind of directs him on procedures and things that needs to happen. And the computer is very ABC. It sees a bad dream.
Yeah.
We need to intestinize them. And Kurtwood Smith is always, no, let's wait a minute. And it's because he's watching this interaction.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not perverted, but it is. They don't make it like the heavy breather. He's just trying, what I guess we can figure out, he's trying to figure it out. He's trying to understand it.
Yeah.
And so he becomes infatuated with Christopher Lambert's wife throughout all of this. She's pregnant. She's quite a ways along. And so that is now his biggest attraction. And it's why he messes with Brennick so much throughout the movie. He toys with him because he controls the woman, but he also controls the woman because he's keeping him alive, keeping Brennick alive.
Yeah.
And it's very cerebral for a lot of the beginning of this movie, is figuring out Kurtwood Smith's motives. I will agree with you. There's a moment she walks in, he's got tubes coming in and out of him.
Dude, he turns around and he goes, "Hey, baby, the fuck you looking at?"
Just getting my oil changed.
Yeah, it's just so. I wish that was like the end. Like if that had to, I wish that was the end of the movie, not that early. Because when you learn that he calls himself an enhanced human being.
They try to play it off. I think they wanted that shock moment, but to still give question to the audience. But I was like, no, we all know he's a robot now. It didn't work.
And I don't know. The way he acted though, I did like the dead stare. He's like fucking. It's almost like under a trance, because his eyelids are drooped down, but he's like staring at her. Yeah, it's very. I don't say eerie, but it's like it's effective. The way he turned around and looked at her and was talking to her monotone, using half of his mouth to talk. It was pretty cool.
Just she figures out a way to manipulate him because he's infatuated with her. She gets him drunk, which is hilarious because he's never had alcohol in his synthetic body. I guess it thinned out the oil a little too much, and he passes out. We find out she was like a computer tech, and she's able
How
to
convenient.
Convenient.
How convenient. Oh, by the way, I know how to hack this futuristic software that I've never seen.
She even says, wow, this is really advanced. This is the most advanced thing I've ever seen. A couple of button pushes later, she's hacked into the mainframe as she finds her husband. I don't want to walk through the movie here, and it's very dangerous of doing that. This is more just what we like, what we didn't like about it. Yeah. We do get a good kind of buddy camaraderie in the cell because you have Christopher Lambert and Jeffrey Combs and Pony Boy, Abraham, which is, your token black guy that, is one of the trusty.
I understand. He shaves, and that's the thing is like that's also like a common thing too, like almost like a trope where they're like, yeah, we have this, and I'm going to use Django for an example.
That's fine.
That Leonardo DiCaprio is like, yeah, the slave that we owned was so trusted with this straight razor that he could have slit our fucking throats whenever he wanted to, but he didn't. And it's the same deal with this. It's like it's a weird. I don't know why it is always. They're barbers. Like it's just odd to me. Like it's almost like I don't say stereotype, but
It kind of is. I mean,
kind
honestly,
of is at the same time. It's a trope. It's a stereotype that this man, the Abraham, is this Kurtwood Smith's barber. Like he's straight razoring, but at that point we don't know he's a robot yet. But at the same time, it's like what's stopping him from just fucking slitting his throat?
Right, and we find out that they keep dangling parole in front of him if he toes the line. But I instantly know it's not going to happen because Kurt, when we first get introduced and we see Abraham with him, he's like, I don't know how I would get by on my day to day without Abraham. And I'm like, that right there should tell you you're never getting out.
Not going anywhere. Yep.
You're there for life. He's not a young man. You're not getting out. So I think you nailed it, because there's one thing we're gonna deal with in B movies. It's tropey. We're gonna have every trope thrown at us as we go through these. But yeah, we get all of this, and so they get this camaraderie, get the gang together because they've overcome so many turmoils in this. They figure out how to get the intestinizers out of their bodies, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty smart because they bring up the whole magnet aspect. I bet you that, but I wonder if that's what. No, because it would have to latch onto something in the intestines, let alone you don't swallow something into your intestines.
No. I mean, it travels, but that means it's traveling. That means it's moving.
How's it stopping, though? Like, does it have little pinchers that hold on?
I was wondering, maybe there's like barbs, but then how would you deactivate the bar? We're digging way too deep into this for a B movie. But that's going to be some of the things we do, is we just kind of be like, how does that work? But anyway, they figure out how to get it out with magnets, and basically they regurgitate.
It's like that fucking game where how they got that intestinizer was from when 187 got destroyed. Christopher Lambert kind of like took that shit and put it in his pocket, and then they kind of they fucked around with it. Then they, the whole thesis of magnets, and they fucking did it. Like Tom Towles was the first one to go, and he got that shit right out of his stomach. And then you start seeing these other things, and then they try to intestinize Abraham at one point because he's like defying Kurtwood Smith, and he fucking starts throwing his up in the air, which is really fucking smart. I loved it because he's like, I fucking got you.
I thought it was funny. And then that interaction right there where they're trying to save the wife, Abraham's like, I got you, bitch. You'd have no control over me. And then Kurtwood grabs him and surprises Abraham. And then she breaks a pic, which I was like, there's a lot of thought she put into it. She smashes this picture, grabs the glass out of it, and starts stabbing him in the back.
And
that should have been the reveal of him being a robot, because it's blue goo coming out of him. He's not reacting as if he's being stabbed. He grabs her hand and crushes the glass shard, in his hand, nothing. So it's like, that should have been the first reveal where we're like, what did I just see?
And then
what the hell was that?
The grand reveal should have been he took the glass and like sliced his hand and pulled his skin back to show the skeletal.
Well, they were filming that. So
I forgot.
I think that SFX crew was already busy.
They were busy that day.
They couldn't do this one.
Yeah.
But no, it should have lasted till
that's where the reveal should have been. Yeah.
And that, because Kurtwood gets a spectacular death in this movie.
Dude, if we're going to get to rating that, and I'm sure it's going to come up.
I'm sure. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But this movie has no lack of gore in it whatsoever. I mean, there is a lot of like explodies and
the squib work. Yeah. When they're in the tunnel, like the peeled out fucking air duct.
Yeah.
And Tom Towles is like, all right, that's fucking it. I'm going to go. And he stands up and you just see him fucking get lit up, dude. Good shit.
By the greatest machine gun ever designed for a sci-fi movie. It is literally mounted on these like soldiers' arms with a belt fed going off their back. And it makes it's like that high pitched, sound all the way through, rapid, faster than anything should shoot. But it's so fucking cool. And then that's also the point when Christopher Lambert grabs this guard and starts beating the piss out of him, and the mask flies off, and it's actually like a human that's been
Fucked around with.
modified,
Yeah.
and it looks gross. Like
Yeah.
just the upper teeth are there with a tube going into its mouth with no lower jaw, like no hair.
Charlie's
stitched
not
up.
doing it justice
I'm
trying
not.
to explain it. You have to see it.
It is a visual medium. Like it's grafted into it. Freaking Jeffrey Combs is getting all hot and heavy about it. Like, whoa, look what they've done. Like it's synopsis firing pins, and what'll they think of next? He literally says that. He says, what'll they think of next?
He says the thing.
Then Christopher Lambert rips the gun arm off of this thing. And I love this little tidbit. It's one of my favorite throwaway scenes, but I giggle every time. Is he's holding the gun up and he sticks his hand up in there and pulls out a chunk of flesh with blue and shit all over it. And they all look at it like, ew. They literally just beat the piss out of something. But that little bit of flesh, they're all like, ew. And they fling it on the ground like it's wet salami just falling down.
Yeah, then he sticks his hand in it and it zooms up to his face and he goes, groovy.
Again, it's a different movie.
Fuck, man. I'll get it eventually.
You'll understand.
I'll get it. I'll learn the ways of the B movie, the B action movies.
Well, that's all right. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll give you a chance to kind of reboot. Let's hit us a quick commercial break, and then we'll come right back.
Sounds good.
Shit, I'm out. Just stay right here, and whatever you do, don't die.
In a world filled with bad movies, two men risk it all to bring you a podcast that covers the very worst of cinema.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Join these unlikely heroes as they deep dive into Z-movie classics.
I am Torgo. I take care of the place while the master is away.
Cheesy action films.
I will send you to hell. I've been there for 10 years.
Badly dubbed Italian horror.
Mother, this closet smells of death.
Right through to modern cinematic catastrophes.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah!
Dominic Lawton.
Oh, my God!
Can be wild.
We have such sights to show you.
The Bad Movie Cult. Available every 2 weeks wherever you get your podcasts.
Hell yeah. Locked and loaded. You might want to fasten your seatbelt. This could get a little bumpy.
All right, we're back. Quick
We're
little
back,
commercial break. Yeah, we're back at it. Everybody, we don't hide things on this show. This is our first time diving into something, and we're trying not to be a carbon copy of the main action show. So I think the flow of this
get off our backs.
Yeah, quit hassling me.
Yeah,
give Nate and Pete shit.
Yeah, it could make me pull my hair out.
We're also talking about movies that probably most people have not watched. Sure. I think that's a big thing too. It's not like we're talking about Terminator 2 and everyone's like, I know this movie like the back of my hand. We're doing it and going, what the hell is on the back of my hand? That's exactly the movies we're doing.
Blue goo is what it is.
It's a lot of blue goo.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they plan this giant escape. They basically run into Kurtwood Smith, who has been found out by the computer. The computer's had enough of his sexual shit in this movie, which I find hilarious, and like decommissions him. So the wife, I can't even remember what her actual name is in this.
I had it pulled up.
Karen. I should have known.
Fucking Karen.
So he has sent Karen to have the baby extracted, and I am not exaggerating. He literally goes, the mother does not survive, but the child does. They have like a bone cutting buzz saw ready to just hack and slash to get the baby out.
So I just pulled up her IMDb, and the trailer that plays next to her picture is Fortress.
That makes sense. I think she's like a main character in Jag or something like that. Is like her main gig right now.
Well, she was in 3 episodes.
Okay, so she was just had a bit part in it, so she's not even one of the main ones.
Nope, she was in Home Improvement.
Nice. Okay.
And that's about it. That's really about it.
So that's why Fortress
and an episode of Frasier.
So she's done some bit parts, but never fully took off.
Yeah.
I have no problem with her. She's a good-looking girl. She acted this well.
Yeah.
She plays a pregnant badass pretty well.
Yeah.
I'll give her all the props in the world.
Which is wild because you keep saying, because she has the baby. At the end of the movie, she ends up delivering the baby.
Yeah.
Not once, to me and my eyeballs, did she look pregnant, because there's a part in this where she's consulting another inmate that is very pregnant.
Yeah.
And they're like, they're not taking my baby. They're not doing this. And they end up taking her and her baby. This lady did not look like one inkling of pregnant, dude. Like it's just wild to think that was where it went. Like that's where, like, nothing, because I wouldn't have put it past like Kurtwood Smith, like the time that they spent together, like he sped up her process, or they were some type of technology to like, all right, you're only 2 months along here. I'm going to fucking fast forward you to where you're ready to pop type of thing.
So what's happened in this movie is there is a time jump.
Because Christopher Lambert has longer hair. I must have missed something, because I was like, what the fuck's his hair so messy?
When they put him in the spinny astronaut gyroscope,
yeah,
that's the mind wipe machine that they talk about. Like it turns inmates into ghosts.
Yeah,
you're just operating. So when she hacks the computer to get in and she finds him, because he's zombified. He's alive, but not really. She does that whole thing where it's like he's a kid trapped in a well, and she reaches, which is supposed to be like his consciousness, and she's pulling him out.
Sure.
When he wakes up and the guys are there like, holy shit, you're alive, you're awake. And he goes, how long have I been out? And they go, 4 months. And he's like,
okay, that's what that makes sense then. All right. So I must have missed something for me to not hear that time frame of.
Yeah. I mean, it's literally that fast that you figured it out. Plus, we don't know how far along she was when they were caught, how long it was until they know about each other, or how long they've actually been in prison interacting with each other.
They make it seem like when they go to prison and find out about each other, they make it seem like it's almost like the next day.
Yeah, days.
Yeah,
but I really think it's months. Like it's taken them time. They keep saying things like,
I don't know. I mean, because like there's the whole thing with Ponyboy where they're like, Tom tells like, wait till you meet this guy, 187, and then the next time we see them together, Christopher Lambert saving him from 187 from the first time when he's trying to get graped.
He is,
So I feel like that's like the next day.
I feel like that's the next day. I think the time jumps are after 187 dies, because D-Day is like, I'm going to need time to figure this thing out, the intestinizer. Mm-hmm. We find out he's like a bomb expert, like engineer. I love the little RoboCop Easter egg, because he's talking about like, I made the greatest bomb ever. It blew open this bank vault. It was glorious. And my guys turned me in because I burned the money. And I was like, Bobby, can you fly, Bobby?
Yeah.
You burned
the money. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
This movie is far from perfect. Far from perfect as far as there's a lot.
But I've also only watched it one time
versus my multiple times.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of movie and story in an hour and 35 minutes. Mm-hmm. Like this is a quick movie with a lot of setup and delivery, and it has 2 endings. You get the big, it's not even really a big boss fight, but you get the big climactic ending with Kurtwood Smith where Christopher Lambert's like dragging him to go save his wife, and the machine, because it doesn't recognize Kurtwood as authority anymore, have these giant ass like Gatling guns that killed 187 earlier, and they're literally called splat guns. I laugh every time. It's like, disengage the splat gun. What's the reason it's called the splat gun? Because whatever it hits goes splat.
Yeah.
And it explodes the top half of Kurtwood Smith. And it's, he's a robot for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, his bits and parts are showing, all right.
That's it.
Yeah.
So that happens. So Christopher Lambert obviously goes and rescues his wife. They hijack a truck and escape the prison. And you're like, cool. Movie's over. They follow the truck. They're like, we got to get to Mexico. We got to cross the border. She's like, I'll hold the baby in as long as I can. Ha ha ha. Like, it's like they're all supposed to laugh at this joke. And then it gets to this point where they like bust through a fence and she goes
immediately.
Yeah.
It's literally the next thing she says.
The baby is coming.
Psych.
And they go, our pony boy is like, oh, it looks like there's a barn over there. Let's, stop here and let's do all this. It's like, okay, apparently we need to see the baby being born. And this is, again, I'm trying to remember when I was young and watched this. I'm sure I was going, okay, movie's still going. We're going to watch the baby be born. All right. She's in labor. She's, stressing. She's having trouble. Pony boy takes off and like, I'm going to go look for a blanket. And like, you're in a barn. Obviously a deserted barn. Yeah. He's going to go look for a blanket. But he walks outside, and let me tell you, Dustin, I love vans. I love vehicles. I love anything mechanical in movies. This truck is the most badass Transformer-looking truck I have ever seen in a movie since Transformers.
It absolutely fits in Maximum Overdrive.
It does, and it steals a little Maximum Overdrive because they didn't disable the computer earlier. It takes the truck back over when Ponyboy walks in front of it, and all the screens light up, and the interior glows green from the windshield as if the truck has a face. If you look at it, I'll share it on the socials. You'll see it. And the eyes glow green, and it floors itself and runs over Ponyboy, busts through the barn, causes havoc, chases Christopher Lambert around, who still has the gun with infinite ammo until he needs the gun with infinite ammo. Click, 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 click.
Shit!
Doesn't work. Flips it into flamethrower mode because we see that earlier in the movie. Catches it on fire, which is spectacular, but it careens into the barn where his wife and his pregnant wife is and explodes in glorious fashion. He is distraught, yelling, crying, and then you hear a baby crying in the background, and she had gotten away, had the baby. She looks pretty good for just popping a kid out.
Yeah. She had the baby just right over there, right outside the fire.
Just a hair outside the fire.
Enough. She's very smart. Like she, this computer whiz and shit. So she walked out there and just started triangulating, and this is the spot. This is the fucking spot. I'm going to have this baby.
That spot. So I went through all that to tell you this, Dustin. I don't know how far you read on info on this movie, but in Australia, where this was filmed and, had a pretty good release, the movie goes from when the truck busts through the fence and immediately cuts to them behind the tractor, and she has the baby.
Oh, so you don't get to see his emotion or anything?
No, it cut out.
Thinking that he killed her?
No, he doesn't fight the truck.
Oh, not at all.
They knock down the fence, and she goes, the baby's coming. and it cuts to her behind the tractor
Having
with the baby.
And no pony boy.
No pony boy. If you look really carefully, you can see where they would have had to splice it so it didn't look like things were on fire behind them. It kind of looks like early morning fog is right before. Now, they weren't planning on doing that when they were filming, but you can see where the editors, it's a hair that they had where they could cut it and not have fire in the background, where people would be like, why is everything on fire behind them? But there is a moment from break in, I'm having the baby, boom, she had the baby, movie ends. That's how Australia first got to see this movie.
I wonder if like when they came out on disc or whatever, and they feel like, oh yeah, remember this classic that came out over here, and they play it, and then all of a sudden it has the whole truck scene. And
it would be amazing.
Yeah, it'd be a whole new experience.
It'd be like me watching Beastmaster uncut for the first time. There's boobs? Who told me? No one told me there were boobs in this movie. I've seen it 20 times. It's just so silly. It's like that. It's also not bloody. It runs over a dude, but there's no blood. It's a vehicle on fire.
Yeah. It's made nothing of it. Like he doesn't even, like Christopher Lambert doesn't even acknowledge the fact that his friend that was with him just got ran over.
Yeah. Like
it's just wild.
He's roadkill back there. Yeah. Just ran over. But movie ends. That's Fortress. We're not going to walk through these when we do these, but this was kind of an oddball that
you're getting our feet wet.
Getting our feet wet in the B genre here. Yeah. So speaking of that, we're also not going to be just doing the same bits that we do on the other show. We're toying around with some new ideas. So we have what we're going to start calling for right now, the Right Hand Man Award. And what this is whether there's an amazing henchman helping your main villain or a really kick-ass sidekick who is helping your hero throughout the movie, or just someone we want to spotlight in this movie. So here is the Right Hand Man Award. All right, Dustin. Being as how we just kind of figured out what we were even going to call this segment, we now need to come up with who's going to be our inaugural Right Hand Man recipient.
Oh man, I'm going to throw this guy out there because I feel like without him, the second half of the movie wouldn't have even happened, and that is D-Day. If D-Day did not figure out how to get that intestinizer out of your body, that'd have been it. There'd have been no second half of this movie.
No.
So my vote is for D-Day.
I was going to give it to D-Day as well because we didn't talk about it, but he helps hack into the mainframe to disable the computer. I actually slowed down the movie so I could read what he was hacking. He literally types in login. What's his name? Prison Director Poe, which is Kurtwood Smith's name. Login. Crime doesn't pay. Password accepted. Virus enter. I can't remember exactly what he named the virus something, but it's execute virus. I'm like, wouldn't the virus have to already be in the system for you to activate it?
Yeah. Like where? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're again, we're thinking too much about it.
I am thinking way too much about it, but I had to laugh because, I love movies like Hackers and, anything that has to do with I'm getting into the mainframe. We got to take it down from the inside. And it was as simple as just guessing his password and just being like, yeah, that worked. I'm going to execute this virus. No USB stick, no floppy drive.
Nothing. Even. But I wonder if Karen planted it earlier. But again, how would he know?
How would D-Day know?
Yeah.
We're digging too much.
Yeah.
We're going to give it to D-Day. He gets shot to shit out of right as he's doing the hacking. And he still has just enough life to reach up and push the enter button. I honestly just think it would have been better where he's like, push enter and just have one of the other dudes do it. But no.
Which one's enter?
I can't. I didn't tell you guys this, but I can't read.
What color is enter?
I don't know this hacker bullshit. That would have been funny. Then just shoot the shit out of the computer. Well, that seemed to work.
That's it. Perfect.
That's how you do it in the action movies. So we're going to have more or less on each episode a themed kill of the week. And because this one had literally called splatter guns in the movie, this is going to be the splatter gun kill of the movie. It doesn't have to be done by the splatter gun. We're just that is the name.
Yeah,
but
the splatter gun is the theme, sure.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite kill in the movie?
Oh, dude, I got one. And it's not Pony Boy, okay?
Oh, okay.
It's Kurtwood Smith, man. When he gets blown away and you get to see all the intestines and all that shit fall down onto the ground, it was awesome.
So it is a splatter gun kill because that's what shoots.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
I do love that because there's like a split second you see the skeleton, like the skull and the rib cage of him as everything explodes off of him. I was like, that's a nice touch. Yeah. Because since you took that one, I am going to take the other splatter gun kill when it destroys one of the like cyborg guards and it's trained. I love it. The gun cannot target without the intestinators. I'm like, well, that's a nice little piece of information that just got thrown at us. And they're like dancing in front of the targeting thing and they duck and the guns kill one of the other guards. And this dude blows up. Like there are pieces everywhere gone. Only just I would give it to the Kurtwood Smith because it does that extra skeletal split second that you see, but both of them are going to be splatter gun kills. I love the splatter gun. It's a creative use of a weapon for a futuristic movie. This feels very futuristic. I have no problem at all with the set or the weaponry or the feel. It doesn't feel overly fake.
It does until you're in the practical world. Like whenever they're on location, like when they're driving the truck through Australia or at the very beginning of the movie, like that feels of its time.
Yeah.
But when they're in the titular fortress, Fortress TM, that's where it feels futuristic. So, yeah. which is a good blend. It's a very good blend.
I agree. As much as I love the truck driving through the countryside because it just looks badass as hell. You're right. It's a little, especially when they go to a farm. Like
they step into reality. I feel like that's
when I'm supposed to believe it's a fairly futuristic world. And if they're crossing the border at the beginning, like across a bridge, doing all this other stuff, yet all they had to do was cross a pasture and drive through a barbed wire fence. They're in Mexico.
Done. They were that close.
That's so close. All right. Well, with our B action show, we felt like our rating system has to reflect what the show is, and that's B. So we are going to be ranking movies on a 3-tier ranking system. The highest ranking system is going to be badass. If the movie's meh, but it's not bad, it's basic. Or if it's utter trash, it's a bomb. So we are doing the badass basic bomb. That is how we are going to rank our movies on this show. So Dustin, if you don't mind, to please give us the inaugural badass basic or bomb for Fortress.
And this isn't our opinion. It's my opinion, right?
Yeah, your opinion.
Okay. You're like inaugural. I'm like, man, I got to vote for both of us.
No, inaugural means you're the first.
Oh, okay. That sounds good to me, man. Even though I talked about a lot of stuff I liked, man, this 100% isn't something I would go out of my way to watch. But it wasn't bad. It was basic.
Wow.
I feel like it was right down the middle a movie. So, I mean, I don't think I didn't hate it. There are a lot of things I did like. I did like the practicals. I liked the Kurtwood Smith was fucking great,
Yeah.
There were things I liked, but it's also, again, this is the only time I've ever watched it. So I feel like for you, it'll resonate a little bit more for you. And then it'll be, I don't want to say the movie's going to have to blow me away for it to be badass, because if I have a great time, it's going to be badass. But
Right.
I just feel like it was a middle of the line movie for me.
I feel like you're going to be there a lot during this show.
We'll see. It might be a growing appreciation. You don't know. I don't know.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Starting to see these things grow on you, because it should be no shock whatsoever that I'm ranking this badass.
Mm-hmm.
I watch this movie quite regularly. I just watched this 3 months ago. It kind of is the catalyst for this show, because it's like, these are movies I just want to talk about. And either we're doing a themed month on the main show and it just doesn't fit the criteria, or it just doesn't vibe, much. I'm not going to keep harping on the fact that they hurt my feelings with Steel Dawn. Really kind of hurt, but it's fine.
Yeah, Pete.
It's fine. And Nate. Nate still won't let it go.
Let it go, Nate.
He didn't like Deep Star 6 either. So, and I will be throwing in some like more heavier sci-fi movies here. I think that's fine. Yeah. They're usually in the same general aisle. Sure. But I'm for sure ranking this badass. I have so much fun with this movie. I have a lot of nostalgia for it. There is a sequel that I enjoy. It's not as good as the first one, but the sequel's fun. It continues the story. Christopher Lambert comes back. It's all about fighting the corporation that controls the prisons, and basically it's like controls the government. And so they're trying to dismantle the man
from the inside.
Always from the inside, even if it's inside of a prison.
Christopher Lambert is his own intestinator.
That's right. He could have just zapped that thing if he'd have been thinking about it.
That's what I'm saying, man.
A couple of quickenings. See, it's always about lightning with him. There's no lightning in this movie.
That's what I was going to say. It's getting there, man. He's getting there. Magnetism, lightning, thunder.
I have a huge appreciation for Christopher Lambert. Like I really like him as an actor. He's a lot of fun, and I don't feel like he takes himself overly serious. I'm sure actors have bad days, but I've not really heard a whole lot of him like being an asshole or anything like that during film.
Dude, have you read into the whole Mortal Kombat story about him?
No, actually I haven't.
Oh man, like he paid his own way there. He paid for the after parties. He did. He was very generous to the cast and crew of that movie out of his own pocket.
Well, that's awesome. That's the kind of stuff I like to hear.
I want to drink a beer with him, man.
I'd love to drink a beer with him. I think. I don't know if he's going to be there this year, but he was at a con, I think, last year. I wasn't able to make it to it. But I think they were trying to do like a big, they had the Kurgan.
Like the wrestler?
No. From Highlander.
Oh.
Clancy Brown.
Okay.
They had Clancy Brown. They were supposed to have Christopher Lambert, and I think they were supposed to have Adrian Paul, who was the television Highlander. But I think someone ended up having to cancel, so they couldn't do like the big Highlander reunion kind of thing. But it was tempting. I was tempted to go. And it's no secret that I am a huge Highlander fan. So again, and it's the main reason I rented this movie was because of him. Yep. I'm rambling. I know, it's fine. We'll get better, I promise. We've been on each other's shows where we know what we're doing, and then we throw us together in something, and we're just like, fuck it, we'll figure it out. I don't know what to do with
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I don't know what to do. I'm not going to say my mouth. No.
Yeah. You keep that to yourself.
I will keep that one to myself. All right, man. Well, good first episode.
Oh yeah.
I think our goal right now is every other week we're going to be doing a B movie release. I would think it's a little too much if we did once a week, especially with all the other recordings and stuff we do, but one every other week. Fridays are going to be our release day. I think that's spaced out far enough from our own regular shows and gives people a chance to, okay, we already listened to you over there. We'll wait a few days before I want to hear your voice again. And then, download this one. And we really appreciate any feedback. Heck, we're starting out. If you've got a favorite B movie that you want us to check out, send it over to us over on Instagram. It's all going to be under the normal Give Me Back My Action Movies. Also, we have the Give Me Back My Action Movie Facebook group. We also still have all of the Give Me Back My Horrors. So you'll reach me anywhere. I'm at all those places. We're on TikTok, X, Threads. Just reach out. But yeah, we would just love
and touch me.
So yeah, we'd love some feedback, or like I said, just toss us one of your favorite movies. Or if you remember watching Fortress and you liked it, let us know.
Yeah.
Or if you hated it, keep that to yourself. But it's totally fine. Listen, Eddie. No, I want to know the bad too.
Yeah, I want to know all of it.
Oh yeah.
Like Charlie said, if you guys have any type of recommendations, we're open to anything.
Yeah. Especially if especially have Steel in the name.
Yeah, Steele or Christopher Lambert. I mean, it'll be highly considered.
Highly. But yeah, it's our only criteria is not a blockbuster movie and not a mainstream popular, like you could stop someone on the street and they'll be like, "Oh, I've heard of that movie." I want action fans to go, "Oh shit, that's a movie?" Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to tell you what the movie is, but I have one locked and loaded. It might be the next episode.
Maybe.
And
I'll be like, oh shit, that's a movie?
And I haven't seen it. And I'm excited to watch it. Dustin just gave this shocked look. Yeah. I have not seen this one. I watched the trailer. It came up as a recommended. You would possibly like this. I watched the trailer and went, yeah, you are correct. I think I would like this.
As a matter of fact.
You got me, algorithm. You got me.
Twisting my fucking arm.
Yeah, just don't twist my nipples. But yeah, so I won't announce it just in case we change our mind on what the second episode's going to be. We're playing this kind of loosey-goosey. These should be dropping in May because we're excited to get these things out here and we want you all to hear them. So we kind of record these a little ahead of time just to fit them into our schedules. I know I'm brain dumping right now, but if I do all this now, I don't have to do this later.
That's it.
You're welcome.
Work smarter, not harder.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's all good. More you get to listen to us. Dustin, why don't you tell them a little bit about Flicks and Friends?
Yeah, over on the Flicks and Friends, I'm 1/3 of it, along with my friends Paul and Sean. We are a variety movie show where we theme our months, and there's almost, I don't say no boundaries because there's movies we clearly won't do, but coming up, we have video game month, we have Paul's birthday month, we've done animated month, we did 80s horror month, we've done a whole ass Martin Scorsese month, which I'll never do again. But we are on all social medias. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the TikTok, all under the Flicks and Friends podcast. And you can find us on any podcatcher. Just search Flicks and Friends podcast.
That's it, man. It's a great show. We've been over there a few times. We have a lot of fun. It's our excuse to go over and not cover action and horror, even though Nate made us cover, I guess, an action movie last time.
If that's what you want to call it. I mean, I called it garbage because I threw it away.
Right. It would be bomb for us here.
Yeah.
That would have been
easily
nuclear bomb. Mm-hmm. We can emphasize certain things too.
It was an aight bomb.
Aight. It wasn't even aight.
It
wasn't even aight. Go check it out. Movie, we did Half Past Dead with Steven Seagal and Ja Rule over on Flicks and Friends. So if you want to listen to a lot of pain, listen to us talk about that over there. All right. Well, you know about the main show. Continue to check us out there. You're listening to us here. Please make sure you give us a 5-star rating over on Spotify or Apple. Write us a review. Feedback. We love feedback. Please.
Absolutely.
We can't get enough of it. And we'll shut up now. Dustin, let's get him out of here.
Let's get him out of here. Don't just watch action.
Be action.
Mission accomplished.